serious threat to Jabal.
I've stolen Kane's AI program. I want to make a deal with you. Are you interested?
The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for Wednesday, February 4th, reveal that Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, will make a disturbing discovery while Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, move alarms Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott. For starters, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, will have a little celebration. Perhaps Diane and Jack will feel good about Jabbo being poised for a big comeback thanks to all their hard work. Jack and Diane will enjoy the fact that Victor couldn't take down their company. Instead, it's the Newman empire that's at risk due to Victor's own mistakes. Over with Nikki, Y&R spoilers say she'll have reasons to fret over Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, safety. Will Victor move ahead with his fake kidnapping plot without giving Lily updates like Nikki wanted? Victor may assure Nikki that Lily and the twins are perfectly safe. There's no way Victor would intentionally put Lily and her family in jeopardy, but Nikki may worry things will go wrong once Kane inevitably escalates things. Speaking of Kane, he's on the verge of a disturbing discovery. Once Lily, Mattie Ashby, last played by Lexi Stevenson, and Charlie Ashby, Noah Alexander Jerry, are isolated somewhere, Kane will get the news that they're missing. It won't take Kane long to figure out Victor is responsible, so he'll blow his top and become determined to get his family back. At some point this week, Kane will blast Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, over Victor's actions and demand answers about this despicable Newman game. In the meantime, Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, Tracy E. Bregman, will have some Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, related info to share with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. Since Lauren will presumably have seen or heard from Jill, what will she reveal? It's possible that Jill's condition is still deteriorating, so that could leave Billy even more concerned. Then again, it's possible that Jill is faking her setback if this is all part of some plan to stop Billy's latest downward spiral. In that case, Lauren might be confused if Jill seemed perfectly fine. Of course, another option might be if Jill is indeed sick and has heard all about Billy's Chancellor plans despite his attempt to keep them quiet. Lauren might admit Jill's in the loop on Kane's Newman takeover as well as Billy accepting the Chancellor offer. Whatever the case, the Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will find out some new Jill details on Wednesday's episode, so stay tuned. With Lily immersed in Chant.com and Heather temporarily out of town, Daniel Romalotti finds himself in a vulnerable, creatively frustrated place. Enter Audra Charles, who is herself smarting from her clashes with Tucker and Nikki. These two wounded, artistically inclined souls will find an unexpected and intense connection. This isn't a simple flirtation. It's a collision of shared cynicism and ambition. Daniel is drawn to Audra's unapologetic honesty and street-smart savvy, a stark contrast to the more principled women in his life. Audra, in turn, sees in Daniel a genuine creative talent and emotional depth she rarely encounters in her corporate Shark Tank. Their affair will be passionate, secretive, and ultimately destructive. When Lily discovers the betrayal, it will fracture not only her relationship with Daniel but also the business partnership at Chant.com. This surprise is a classic Y&R move, taking two characters from disparate circles and generating explosive chemistry that ripples out to destabilize multiple storylines. It also gives Audra a layer of vulnerability she rarely shows, making her a more complex figure just as she's facing Ashley's wrath. 5. Victor's new project is a ghost from Nikki's past. Victor Newman's mysterious project is finally revealed, and it's a direct strike at Nikki's sobriety and peace of mind. He has located and covertly brought to Genoa City Casey Reed, the son of Nikki's first husband, the abusive Rick Carlson. Casey, now a man in his 40s, is a walking trigger for Nikki's most traumatic memories. Victor's rationale, in his own warped, protective logic, is to control the narrative. He believes that if Casey's existence is a potential threat, he must be managed on Victor's turf, under his watchful eye. Nikki, however, will view this as the ultimate violation. Her husband has dredged up a living embodiment of her painful past without her consent, all under the guise of protection. This surprise sets up a profound marital crisis. Nikki's sobriety will be tested like never before, and her anger at Victor's patriarchal overreach may finally push her to a breaking point. It also introduces a wildcard in Casey. Is he a wounded soul seeking connection, or a grifter looking to cash in on his infamous mother? His presence is a ticking time bomb for the Newman marriage. 6. Billy's reckless gambit puts Chancellor Winters in mortal peril. Frustrated by his sidelined role at Chancellor Winters and haunted by his past demons, Billy Abbott will decide to force a power play. Believing he sees a golden, untapped opportunity, he will use his access to divert a significant portion of the company's liquid assets into a high-risk, high-reward digital venture, without Lily, Devon, or Jill's approval. This isn't just a bad business decision. It's a breach of fiduciary trust that borders on embezzlement. The surprise twist. The opportunity is a sophisticated shell game orchestrated by a familiar foe looking to destabilize the Newman-Abbott Chancellor ecosystem. Billy, acting on ego and impulse, walks right into the trap. When the venture collapses, it won't just bankrupt Billy. It will leave Chancellor Winters technically insolvent and vulnerable to a hostile takeover. This plot brings Billy's self-destructive streak to a crescendo, threatens Jill's life's work, and forces Devon and Lily into a nightmare scenario. The fallout will demand a sacrificial lamb, and Billy may finally have to face consequences he can't charm or argue his way out of. The ripple effects. What these surprises mean for Genoa City. These 6 surprises are not isolated incidents. They are interlocking pieces of a larger game. Claire's paternity crisis will make her a target for Victoria's wrath and a potential pawn for Victor, who may cast her out. A cast-out Claire could bizarrely find an unlikely confidant in a spiraling Ashley, both now outsiders to the families they craved. Diane's exposed past with Stark could inadvertently provide Tucker with ammunition against Ashley, as he digs into her past manipulations. The Daniel Audra affair will directly collide with Ashley's war on Audra, pulling Daniel into a corporate battle he never wanted. Nikki's trauma, triggered by Case's arrival, could drive her back to the bottle and right into the path of a newly empowered Jordan, who is waiting for any Newman weakness to exploit. And Billy's financial disaster at Chancellor Winters could create the perfect vacuum for a conglomerate like Newman Enterprises or even a resurgent Jabbo to swoop in, turning family members against each other in a brutal bid for assets. In essence, February on the Young and the Restless is a meticulously plotted cascade of consequences. It's about the past refusing to stay buried, identities being shattered, and the desperate, often destructive, lengths people will go to secure love, power, and legacy. The characters will be forced to ask, how well do I really know my spouse, my child, my sibling, or even myself? The answers will change Genoa City forever. Tune in daily. You won't want to miss a single, shocking moment.